Hello and welcome back. So we will continue from where we left off last time with the network architecture. So we just want to do a simple forward pass through the architecture for a very small network, for a toy network, just to understand the computation. Okay, so here's the network. This is the input layer. Actually, x1 is 0.5, x2 is 1.0. So nothing special happening here except that these are the inputs to the network. And here's one hidden layer. That's what we are looking at. Hidden layer has 3 neurons, okay, and since it's a fully connected network, every neuron in this layer, hidden layer, is connected to both the inputs, right? So that means 3 neurons, each of them connected to all of both the inputs, so through weights, right? So these arrows represent the weights, let's say. So that will be 6 weights in total, right? So each 2 weights for each input neuron, each of the inputs. And the activation function we are going to be using here, remember that g of z is going to be ReLU. It's called rectified linear unit. We'll see what that is as we do the computation. Okay, so we will define the inputs. Let's say x is 0.5 and 1. Let's say w we have initialized to the following values, right? So the weights connecting h1 to x1 is 0.2 and h1 to x2 is 0.7, right? So each neuron has, so these are the weights connecting to h1, weights connected to h2, weights connected to h3, right? And you have your bias term for each one of these neurons, which is 0.1, 0.2 and minus 0.5. So one thing to note is that before you train a neural network, you would randomly initialize these parameters. So remember that these parameters are the weights of the neural network. So they are, and the biases, of course, and they are randomly initialized. And we have randomly initialized them in this fashion. And we just want to see what the computations yield, right? So we calculated the weighted sum. Remember that z is a vector now, x is a vector, b is a vector, w is a matrix. So we can do z is wx plus b. Now if you remember from our PyTorch tutorial, in order to do this multiplication, we have to make sure that the inner dimensions match. So if you take w is a 3 cross 2 matrix, x is 2 cross 1. Okay, so then of course then your output will be 3 cross 1 and b is 3 cross 1, so you should be able to add them. So it will be instructive for you to go to PyTorch right now, make sure you can create these vectors and matrices and do this sum and verify that indeed that this is the case. Okay, and apply element wise activation. A is ReLU of z. Okay, what does ReLU do? If you look at this, since z is a vector, this function ReLU acts on every component of that vector, right? So it will act on 0.9, 0.1 and minus 0.35. So what does ReLU do? If the number is greater than 0, then there is no change. Since the number or the argument is greater than 0, there is no change. If the argument is less than or equal to 0, you return 0. Okay. So in this case, for the first one, you get 0.9, second one 0.1, third one 0. It's also instructive for you to independently define a method called ReLU in PyTorch or even Python and see how you can compute it with taking a tensor as input. So in this case, input is actually a vector. So how does a function work that way? How will you implement a function like that? So please do try this out in PyTorch. It's a very meaningful exercise to do. Okay, so we will stop this video here. This is just to illustrate your computation. The thing is that you take this and go to PyTorch and see whether you can implement this in PyTorch and verify that indeed the computations are correct.